Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Yep, we're here, still at the card camp, and this is day 4. Still, this was another rather special day, um, because we will be doing a test race on this day, because the next day is already the final day where there will be the proper race, the all-deciding final, deciding about who's the best of the camp, and my goal was to get a podium in this one, and yeah, we'll see if we'll be able to make that. But yeah, today we will. It will not be like day 2, where we were doing a normal standing start. Here we're doing a Le Mans start, but you will see that later. I'm just gonna get into our card, and yeah, I mean, as I'm watching that again and editing this, I gotta say I'm missing this. And I mean, this has been a month ago or so, but I'm missing that time. Seriously, it was so much fun. But now we're gonna get our engine started and then roll out of the pits. Yeah, as I said, I've really enjoyed this camp. It was probably one of my best camps ever, from the fun factor. But yeah, we go out of the pits now, and yeah, cold tires in the beginning as always. So yeah, trying to get them up temperature as fast as possible, as fast as you can. And yeah, we have one guy ahead of us, so it will be interesting to see. And another thing why this is different, so if you have watched our last 2 videos, if you didn't, the first 2 days of this camp, if you haven't watched them, then you will have to check them out, because yeah, they are important for understanding this. To understand why I was so happy about this. So we were, yeah, the cards were chosen by luck. So everyone got a card, and yeah, we had to. Yeah, so we couldn't choose our card ourselves. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. And I mean, let's just say I didn't get a bad card this time. Instead, they got an absolute rocket of a card, which I mean, I was just super happy about it back then, and we were finally able to, yeah, race properly. And yeah, this was the first day where I could really see where I was standing compared to the others, and if I were up on pace with them, or if I were missing some pace. And the first time where I could practice this track properly, kinda, and get up to proper speed in the straights, because it was insane before how slow and how much time I was losing on the straights. It was it was just incredible. So yeah, this day we'll be doing, I believe, at 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or 15 or 10 minutes. So 2 practice sessions, 15 and 10 minutes. Then there's a qualifying, which is one-shot quali again, so 3 minutes I believe it was. And then a race, which is 27 minutes or 22. I can't quite remember. I think it was 22. Yeah, can't quite remember, but yeah, so we'll be having 2 practice sessions, as I said, and after that it's getting interesting. I mean, yeah, we'll see about how it's gonna turn out in the end, and yeah, if you're gonna be able to get a podium and be all the way up there, it's gonna be interesting, gotta say that. So yeah, grab your popcorn or your snacks, your beer, whatever, and get ready for this race. Because yeah, not that much racing, but it was one of my best performance. It was probably the best performance I had to that point. It's because one reason, but yeah, I'll tell you that later when we are getting there. But anyway, that was most of the session summarized, and here's my fastest lap. Enjoy it. That was my fastest lap. It was a 1:59, so I finally broke into the 5 times again. And it was second to last lap, so we are on the final lap here. And we're gonna have a nice fight with the guy ahead of me. We're right behind him in the left-hander. Right on his bumper. We're gonna give him a little touch. And now we're going into the chicane side by side. Who's gonna make it around? We are on the outside. We're gonna hold our nose in, and we're diving down the inside. But he is still there, and he's gonna have the better exit. Now I'm right behind him, side by side. Now I'm lying down there as we're trying to reduce the drag in a different way, which another kid told us yesterday, which is also working. Now we're side by side. We're gonna brake, and we're gonna lock our brakes a bit while we're on the inside, and we are through. So defending the position nicely there. We overtook him nicely there. As we're now going through the final corners again. And now we're gonna come to the final corner and take the checkered flag of a very nice stint. And yeah, into a bit of a hectic ending of the stint, but I would say that it definitely was a good stint. Yeah, I got into the 105s again, which is great. And yeah, I'm happy that I managed to do some good times now with the proper card. So yeah, I can definitely be happy with it. And we actually got P3 in the standings, being 1/10, about the 10th of to P2 and 2/10 of to P1. So not too far off, which means that we may be able to get a podium in this one, and we are 6/10 through the guy behind us, so we top 3 are quite separated to the rest. So yeah, let's see how it's interesting to see how the rest is going to turn out, but we still have a few sessions before that. Here we are again for stint number 2. Yeah, in this stint it was just me about to get a bit more feeling for this card, which is finally a good card, as I already said so often. And yeah, try to see, be able to keep up with the top 2, with the 2 fast drivers, and yeah, maybe in this test race is gonna be a podium possible. Yeah, let's see. I think pace definitely to get better. So yeah, let's see how it will go. after they got past me. So by the way, these are the P1 and P2 in this session, and I try to follow them and see where I'm losing time, where I'm maybe gaining time. And yeah, well, I mean, it did kind of work out, and yeah, times did get better. Definitely, my last 3 laps where they were at me did get a lot better. So I think we were 3 or 4 times faster. The last lap even more. So yeah, let's check out my last and fastest lap of this stint. As you can see, I tried to like kind of lie down a few times this session, and well, it turns out they told me afterwards it didn't really help me. I was losing time because I'm probably just too tall. If you're smaller, it's probably gonna help you. You're still gonna be down behind the steering wheel. But yeah, I ended up doing a 1.52, which is definitely a new record. And yeah, you remember my last one was, I believe, 5.7. Yeah, they're lying down. That's what I meant. And that didn't really help me. So yeah, but I were 4/10 off the first 2, and the first 2 did a 4.8, and they were only separated by 100th. So they're very close together, and I was thinking that they were gonna have very close fights, and I'm probably gonna be a bit off. I'm not gonna be able to either have a good quali or yeah, improve my pace by a lot before the race. It is quali time. So yeah, as you may know by now, as I've done quite a few of these kart camps at this point, we have the one-shot qualifying. Means yeah, we'll have 1 try to set our lap, and yeah, we'll have to try and make the best of it. So yeah, it's important to find a right mix between sending it and playing it rather safe. I mean, you can have your own strategy, but I like to not really go fully flat out and just make sure to get a decent lap in, but don't over push the cart or so, because I don't want to risk making a big mistake and then starting the midfield or so. That would be not that great. But now trying to get a good exit, and from now on we're going to be all flat out until the finish line and until turn 2. We did a little jump in the exit to try and make the car a bit faster. So yeah, we're having a nice gap to the front and a nice gap to the back. So yeah, now human DRS on the straight. Into the first left, and now we go flat out. Then missing the turn 1 here completely. Braked way too late. That's what I said about not pushing too hard. We messed it up. Then through the left, flat out, going a bit wide, again flat out. Now the most important part of the whole lap, getting this right. Was okay, could have been better, could have been worse. Yeah, it's important to get on the power as early as possible and as clean as possible there to, yeah, get a good top speed on the straight. Then big braking zone, don't lock up, watch out. Miss the apex again here. And then you're on the back straight. Again, a bit of human DRS there, just giving me that 1,000th extra time. Yeah. Then keeping the line a bit tighter to take a short away. Then do a bit of a jump there to take out lighter over the finish line. And yeah, as you can see, it was not a great lap, but it was good enough for P3. And I showed them with like meh. And yeah, I ended up doing a 6.1, so definitely not a good lap time. But I mean, I still have P3, and that's all I needed, all I mean, the best that I expected. So yeah, happy with it. And I had no idea what he is doing. Seriously, why didn't you overtake there? I mean, first of all, it's dangerous. Second of all, it's just useless. He doesn't. Yeah, whatever. Relax, relax, Max. Yeah, but so far, this day has turned this kart camp into the best kart camp in terms of performance. I would say this is probably my best quali I've had so far in my career, being third. So yeah, we're happy with that. And as I told you already, we're gonna be having a Le Mans start where you have to run to the kart. Yeah, if you don't know it, you will see it soon enough. It's alright. It's fun, but I don't like it too much.
Ich hab Teil 2 so reingeschissen. Ja, ich war sehr zufrieden, aber ich hab so einfach so. Gottes Fick, der ist Gottes durch die Seite. Digga, ich zeig da auf dein Gleich, ich zeig so. Und dann bremst Geronimo. Miau. Digga, schau mal den Winkel von euren Kart an, dann mein Kart. Ja. Das ist gottlos. Na gut. Bis 12 Minuten übrig, kein Fighten. Mit meinem Kart kann ich eh gut zusammenlaufen. Immer noch. Ich bin im zweiten Stint, bin ich wirklich über Straße. Podium ist drin. Der arme Max, Digga. Hab ihn sogar noch gedrückt. Das Problem bei der Hanna war der arme Maxi. Ich mal den Winkel von den Kart da an, dann meins.
Yeah, after a bit of pre-start messing around with, yeah, my friends there, roommates, fans, whatever, complaining about the cars being stand up there. Yeah, but now ready for the race start. We are about to start now. The lights are about to go on, and there's the first light, 1. And this is light number 2. Now get ready. 3, 4. And it slides out, and away we go. We run to the cart, jump in, hit the pole as fast as possible, then hop away. Let's see. Decent start there, side by side in front. And he gained the position. Your weight is a very important factor in the start. If you're heavy, you're gonna lose a lot of time. Now try and keep this position and maybe keep up with the guys ahead. And we are still in P3, which is very good. Because yeah, start was often messing up, but had a decent start this time. Yep, so I'm happy with it. So yeah, it's important in these starts to really jump into the accelerator as soon as possible, so that you're not gonna don't sit down first, then press accelerator. But before you even sit down, press accelerator. It's just you're gonna gain a lot of time. And now red flag. And we did not know what was going on, but you could see there on the right that one card didn't start for some reason. He was still there, and he had some problems. I don't know what it was, but yeah, that's it. No one else. Yeah, he said there were 2 guys in the start, but well, yeah, it's bad luck. Yeah, these things can always happen. Yeah, it is annoying, it's frustrating, but yeah, can't do anything about it, so yeah. Here we are for try number 2. You can see there, light number 1 on, and light number 2 on as well. So let's try to get a good start again and keep P3. 3 lights on. 4 lights, and it is. Lights out, and away we go. Away we run. So now jump with your cars onto the accelerator. That wasn't that nice. Yep, I slipped off the accelerator. Oh, I should better say I accidentally were on the brake, which didn't give me any power, as the power was cut then, and he almost went past, but he let me in front because he knew I was quicker than him anyway. But yeah, that was not a great start. I showed them to work together. Yeah, that was not a great start there. Yeah, jumped in, and in these cars, when you press the brake and accelerator, it will cut the power, and you will not be able to accelerate, which happened in this exact case. So yeah, definitely don't want that to happen, and it did happen. So yeah, it shouldn't happen, but it did. Things like that happen. Okay, so yeah, now big braking zone. We are still rather close to the guys ahead of me, so let's try and keep with them, and maybe get into a fight with them in the end of the race, if we can be able to keep up. But let's see. Let's try to keep up with them for now. So in lap 1 is a 1 minute 10. Obviously that's slower, but yeah, I mean, what to expect from running. You don't really expect anything more, but yeah. But this race was actually pretty boring, I should say. To watch it's pretty boring. I was having my own race. I was very consistent, I can say that. Yeah, we're insanely consistent. So yeah, now it's gonna list lap times left there that they had throughout the whole race. So in lap 2 they won 5.9. So yeah, not gonna comment to every lap they did, and so I'm just pretty much gonna show me going on start finish line every time. So it's gonna be boring to watch maybe, but yeah, it's worth it to see the times to the end, I would say. So as you could see, I were very consistent and doing good, very consistent times, and like it was the first time that I was just sitting in the car, driving and just thinking about nothing and just driving. I was thinking about nothing, but just doing it, just driving by muscle memory, and it was an awesome feeling, to be honest. I mean, you can see there how they pulled away more and more from me, but man, I was driving so consistent. I was making basically no mistakes and just doing the same over and over again, and being like all laps within half a second or so. And yeah, that's the fun about karting, and that's the best thing pretty much when you're just driving and thinking about nothing. That's an insane feeling. So yeah, but now we're gonna go on the final lap, so let's check it out. Yeah, that was my fastest lap. That was my last lap. And then I got waved off there by checkered flag, and yeah, I would say, as I already said, decent race. Amazing performance. Result could have been better, but yeah, definitely was a good practice for the next day, where it's gonna be the big final. So yeah, definitely make sure you're not gonna miss that, because you don't wanna miss that one. Yeah, it's gonna be a very good one, a very good video, I can tell you already. Maybe a bit longer as well, but it's just a good race. Maybe we're gonna do an uncut video as well, we'll see. So yeah, probably the best race I had so far, but I won't say too much about it, and you will see it very soon, and hopefully soon, probably a week after this video came out, roughly. So but yeah, well, let's get on to the pits first for now. And yeah, I mean, I was quite done after this. It was quite exhausting. Driving on the limit there for what were 25 minutes or so. Yeah, definitely were quite done after that one. Well, that was the race, but it's not over yet with racing. You can see there the big cards, the big orange cards, and if you have watched last video, then I think I said there that as a compensation that of not being able to do the SWS races, we were able to drive the fast track cards for completely free, and we've already driven them on day 2 on Tuesday for 10 minutes, but today we'll be driving them for 20 minutes straight through. Yep, 20 minutes stint straight through. And these cars have brand new tires, front and rear, so gonna be fun, definitely. I mean, going out of the pits, you could instantly notice how much faster they are. They're going through big bump. So yeah, you can see just how much more power they have on the accelerator there, just drifting. And I can tell you, I was very glad I had a rear protector when driving these. because these things were bouncing like crazy. You can see that, but you can see that it's very slippery. But now the chicane for the first time, and as I said, bouncing. This was worse than the Mercedes 2022 or whatever it was. It really was jumping like a kangaroo, and it's crazy. And especially that also in the last sector and in chicane. But the brakes of this was also incredible. It's braking so well and locking the brakes a bit there. But yeah, obviously completely no tires, so gotta be a bit careful. And yeah, surprisingly, let's go into the first flying lap together. So looking, there's no one behind me, and then not quite going flat with turn 1 this time, lifting a bit. Yeah, they're bouncing again, crazy. Now, can I take a flat here? Not trying it this time, but going a bit wide there still. And the scouts, you also have to use the curbs a bit. You can use it. And they're over the curb, and it was not a good idea to go over the curb. I can tell you, one time I were almost flying out of the cart. So that was interesting. Yeah, more to that later. So yeah, now to the big braking zone and onto the brakes. There was some decent braking there. Could have braked later probably. That was alright. They're bouncing again. You can take a flat though. And then to the final call. Now we're gonna be doing a 5.1, which is only slightly faster than the other times, but doing it way easier in these carts, so definitely a lot easier. So yeah, now I'm just trying to get my tires more clean, and yeah, in a few laps will definitely be better, but I have 20 minutes. And there again, bouncing, incredible. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel good at all, I can tell you that. I really did not enjoy it. Not at all. And only one lap later, the thing I talked about happened. Just look for yourself. Yeah, going over the curb there completely, like you could do it in the smaller GT4 carts, but not in the SR4s. These things don't like the curbs, don't like these tall curbs. You can take the outside curbs, but don't take these ones. You can see there. Yeah, we're completely lifting. I think I were in the air with my ass for about 10 centimeters from the seat or so. Like, I were really flying there for a few seconds. And thank God I had a rib protector, otherwise my ribs would have been broken probably. I mean, would it actually have happened? I don't know, but I think it would have hurt massively, at least. So yeah, I'm glad I had rib protector. Without it, it would have been very, very painful. You could also hear how loud it was when I got kicked back down into the seat. And then this was a bit scary, as suddenly he looks down the inside there, and that caught me a bit off guard there. Yeah, that was correct, caught me a bit off guard as well, but whatever. Yeah, I let him pass there, and yeah, for some reason I was just not really on pace with these cars. I could not really go that fast in them. I don't know why. And I was struggling, but now behind him, the next lap, I was able to do my fastest lap. So let's check it out. yeah, that was my fastest lap, and I managed to do a 1.42, and yeah, I cannot tell you that with that I only ended up being 6 out of 7. So yeah, we were half a second off pace, so it's pretty close together, I think. But yeah, apart from that, there was not a lot that happened in this session. Yeah, I can tell you, this was hella fun with the completely new tires. There was so much grip because they were not only in the front or the rear, so but they were like completely new in both sides, which made it so much fun. You can't imagine how much fun it was. And then after 20 minutes, we went through to the final corner once more and cross the line and checkered flag. There it is. Yeah, I mean, as I already said, a lot of fun in these fast cards, especially for free, of course, but yeah, for some reason I didn't have the pace. I mean, every time we were racing these cards this week, I never really had the pace in them, and I don't know why. And yeah, I honestly don't know. I felt very good the 4 cards, but in these SF4s, I don't know. I don't feel that good. I don't really know why. If I'm just not going fast enough or what it is. Yeah, no idea. Yeah, now we had to drive the cards back to the garage, which was also pretty cool. But yeah, what can I say? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bit of different one with barely anything from the race, but there was just nothing to see really in the race. And yeah, bit longer one this time, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And if you watched to the end, then thank you. Really appreciate you spending your time on my channel. Maybe check out my other videos as well if you haven't already. And yeah, see you soon in the next video. And yeah, take care. See you soon. And until next time, goodbye.